Hailey Bieber and Kendall Jenner shock the world, but this time it's kind of funny. We got to talk about this and a lot more, but before we get into it, hello, my name is Sebastian and I spill pop culture tea videos every single day. So if you're looking for a new messy bestie, you have found me. You guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are brand new here, the whole vibe feels like we're on a FaceTime call. We're just hanging out, keeping each other company. Fa la 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 la. You guys, it is soon Christmas, so I thought, let me just bring out some of my Christmassy outfits. I don't actually know what. I don't have any sparkly Christmas outfits. I know, girl. Listen, as you guys can tell, I love the sparkle, but most importantly, I love to keep you company. So if you're looking for a new messy bestie who is gonna be, hopefully, God willing, your new comfort best friend, subscribe. And let's get into this tea because Ms. Hailey Bieber and Kendall Jenner were spotted going to and Justin Bieber were spotted going into a holiday party. Not Halloween, girl. What in the hocus pocus is going on here? No. We gotta talk about Christmas, okay? But you know what, low-key, bitch? I let the Grinch hit it. I just said it. I said it. You know what, girl? You were probably thinking it. I just said it. But listen, they went into a party. And you guys know, when you go to a party, you usually bring something. But Kendall Jenner is shocking the world with what she brought. Check this out. So Hailey Bieber and Kendall Jenner are once again in the eye of the drama storm, but this time is for a really funny reason. So they were caught going into a Christmas party in Brentwood, and paparazzi caught them going inside the venue. Now, Hailey Bieber is seen carrying a plate of something. Now, I think this is probably her famous cinnamon rolls, right? But Kendall Jenner, girl, she is seen carrying a little freaking thing of cookies. Now, you know Kendall Jenner might not be Julia Child, girl. Have we seen our girl cut a damn cucumber, bitch? You know what, bitch? You know what? She can't cut cucumbers, and I cannot cut tomatoes. Tomatoes are so damn fucking hard. They just pop, they break, they're just always tearing apart. I'm like, damn, bitch, get it together. But I do wonder what Kendall Jenner and, or not Kendall Jenner, because we see what she brought. But I wonder what Hailey Bieber brought. Now, she is famous because she loves doing her, I think it's called cottage cheese cinnamon rolls. I'm like, cottage cheese, bitch. Damn, girl, I don't know. That just sounds too nasty to me. But, yeah, best friends. So now a lot of course people are saying that, oh my God, how could Kendall Jenner just bring in a little thingy of cookies? Now, girl, there might be just about 4 cookies in there, but they look good. Is that macadamia? Is that macadamia? That looks like milk chocolate macadamia. You know, and they're probably filled with good ingredients from like Air One and stuff, bitch. Because you know, Miss Kendall Jenner does not play when it comes to ingredients. And she is kind of like Courtney, where she is very careful what she puts inside her body. So, you know, these cookies, not only are they healthy, but they're bougie as fuck. But there's only 4 of them. Kendall, where is the rest of the damn cookies? Justin was also there. And, oh, look, okay, smoking a tobacco, bitch. Okay, girl. Okay, you know what? So, what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Finally, a drama that's kind of funny. But Kendall Jenner, girl, you are too crazy to take some 4 cookies to a damn Christmas party. But I do wonder what she made, girl. Hey, my mouth is watering. Those cookies looked amazing. Okay, they really did look amazing. Now, were they homemade? Who knows, girl? But I just feel like Miss Kendall Jenner, she does not know her way around the kitchen, honey, okay? Do you guys remember her cutting a cucumber? What in the Martha not Stewart is going on here? Listen, you know, I think it's so interesting to see celebrities do these type of things that we do all the time. You know, when you get invited somewhere, you usually bring something. You know, you bring a bottle of wine, you bring some flowers, you bring a little detail, a little something, you know. You can't just show up to somebody's house empty-handed. That is just the #1 rule, right? And so it is always I'm always so curious to see what people bring. Normally, my husband and I, in our friend group, we are literally the one who hosts, okay? We love to host. We are sort of like the parent of the group, so we host all the holidays here, birthdays. You know, our friend group knows that here we get it down, girl. And you know, usually, for example, for Christmas, right, what we do is we provide most of the food, but we have everyone who is coming to bring like a side or maybe a bottle of wine, you know, maybe a dessert, right? We provide like the main food, but like, you know, some extra sides, some whatever also they love on the holidays, you know, maybe they can't be with their family. So if they love a certain something, they bring it. I'm always so curious to see what people bring. And, you know, I'm just watching Kendall just shamelessly going up and down, you know, from the card to the party with with 4 cookies. I'm just like, bitch, what the hell are you gonna do with 4 cookies? Now, I'll tell you this. Miss Hailey Bieber is known for her Cinnabons. And she actually posted, I think she posted a recipe video. If she did, here's a recipe.
Hailey Bieber is known for her cinnamon rolls, and she just dropped that she created this cottage cheese cinnamon roll recipe. My first attempt was a fail, but today I wanted to try again. One thing that I messed up in the first recipe is I should have put it in a blender. I put the wet ingredients, 1 1/4 cup cottage cheese, 1 teaspoon vanilla extract, and 2 tablespoons of maple syrup in the blender, and blended up all of the wet ingredients. While that's blending, I got my dry ingredients, which is 1 3/4 cups all-purpose flour, 2 1/2 teaspoons of baking powder. Oh, and don't forget to preheat your oven at 350 degrees. And something that the recipe says is to set aside 2 tablespoons of the mixture, the wet mixture, for later. This is for the glaze, but I kind of wish that I saved more. So in the future, I would save a little bit more for the glaze and maybe make a little bit more of that wet recipe. Mix the wet and dry ingredients together and that'll form this dough. You could get a rolling pin, but I don't have one, so I just did it with my fingers. Once it's flattened to a little rectangle, I put 1 tablespoon of coconut oil on top, and then the most important, sprinkle on 1/4 cup brown sugar and 2 to 3 teaspoons of ground cinnamon. And then you can start forming your little rolls. I made these little teeny tiny rolls, and I like some fat rolls, so I just kind of flattened it with my hand. You don't need to do that. I just did it for aesthetic purposes. But look at how cute they turned out. I cannot believe these are made out of cottage cheese. They're pretty clean ingredients, high in protein. I wouldn't say they're healthy, but they're definitely a lot better than a regular cinnamon roll. Okay, now for the glaze. This is the mixture that we set aside. I put in 3 tablespoons of powdered sugar. Keep in mind, powdered sugar. Oh, and I forgot to tell you, we're baking these for 20 minutes in the oven at 350. But that's it for your glaze, and then you can just spread it all over the cinnamon rolls. I didn't take a video, but I even sprinkled some cinnamon over top to make it even more aesthetic. I kid you not, these were the best cinnamon rolls I've ever had. Hailey, you did your big one with it.
Okay, girls, so cottage cheese and me, we are not, I did find out, Pastor, I didn't have no idea, but did you know they have lactose-free cottage cheese? You know, we're dairy-free here, so it was so interesting. I did try it. It's not that I hated it. I just feel like, you know, sometimes when you're just not in the mood to be positive, you know what I mean? Like, everything, you're just like, you're Wednesday Addamsing. Well, it was sort of like that for me that day. So I kind of want to try it again because I did see a recipe, best friend, that maybe this, you know, you can do this. So they got some bread, but like some, you know, some good bread, like a loaf type bread. They got that bread. They toasted it a little bit. They put some cottage cheese, then they drizzled honey on top, then they put a little bit of olive oil, some sea salt, some pepper, and they ate it that way. So the crunchy, the sweet, the savory, the cheese of it all, let's try it. And you know, a lot of people use cottage cheese to add on that protein. So, you know, I don't know. And my mom actually said that she loves cottage cheese with cantaloupe or with melon and with vanilla ice cream. I was like, okay, girl, you like that from over there, girl. But you know what? I'm gonna buy some cottage cheese. Should I remake this recipe to see how good it is? Comment below if you want me to make this recipe. I will be down to do it, and we could go live on YouTube together, and I could do this recipe together. I just don't know about the cottage, like Cinnabons, like cinnamon rolls or whatever they're called. I just feel like they should be super sweet. I'm just scared that the cottage cheese will give it a cheesy flavor. But anywho, I digress. I never use that term again. You know, I'm trying to use like other words and terms that I normally never do. And you know what, girl? It's working for me, bitch. I sound like a thesaurus. Is it called a thesaurus? Oh, girl, not me spitting. My mouth is watering. I'm so hungry. So anyway, so yeah, a lot of people are like going off on them saying like, Kendall, like, how are you bringing that? No, but you know, it's so funny to me. It's like the reason I chose this video is because I love talking about hosting and I love talking about proper guest etiquette. I think it's so important to know this. So that's really why I wanted to talk about this. And I just thought it was funny that people were like having a laugh of this because Kendall Jenner is known for not knowing how to cook. So she would bring 4 cookies, you know what I mean? But you know what's so funny to me is I think my husband and I, like I mentioned, we love hosting. I think we just love it so much. And you don't have to put in so much money to host. And that's something that I think a lot of people misconstrue, that you have to be rich or you have to have tons of money to be a good host. You really, truly don't. I mean, you just have to cater to your budget, cater to how much you can afford. So obviously, there's different sorts of parties. Like for our anniversary dinner, we provided absolutely everything, right? For the holidays, it's different because it's more of a cozy environment. But if it's like a party of us, like my birthday party, I'm not going to tell somebody what to bring anything, right? But if it's like a get together, like a holiday party or like, that type of thing, then bring something, let's have like a little potluck or whatever it's called. So yeah, I think it's very interesting what Kendall Jenner decided to bring, but I'm not surprised, honey. Now, Miss Kylie Jenner can actually, what it seems, because I've never tried her food, girl, but it really seems like she can cook, honey. And you know who can get down in the kitchen too? Miss Khloe Kardashian and Kim. But I would not go to Kourtney's house for dinner. No, Kourtney, I love you, but I just can't do it. I just don't think you know how to cook, nor I don't think you like to. So I would first go to if I had to choose the order of who I would go to eat dinner at, the first one I would do Khloe. Because Khloe can get down with the food. She knows how to eat. She has a popcorn line now. And she knows what tastes good. We saw her in her reality show with Lamar cooking it up for him, cooking for Rob. So I would go to Khloe's first. Then I would go to Kylie's. Then I would go to Kim's. And then I would go to Kourtney's. And then I would go to Kendall's. Or vice versa, honey. And Chris. Of course, Chris would be probably after Khloe. But yeah, girl, those are my choices. I think it's really funny. And, if we want to talk a little more about, etiquette, party etiquette, or is my first rule is no plus ones. Okay. Unless the host tells you that you are allowed to bring a plus one, please, especially if it's like a sit down dinner, don't be annoying. Okay. Now, if it's a party, right? It's different. Like, hey, can I bring, but make sure you know who you're bringing. Because there's been so many times that I've experienced this. And this is why my husband and I no longer do the plus ones, that we've experienced really bad moments. For example, we love him, but a friend of ours brought one of his girlfriends, just a friend that's a girl. And she got so wasted and drunk, threw up all over my my bathroom, didn't even clean it, left such a mess. And then she passed out. She started crying. Like, it was horrible. She definitely, of course, we helped her and we got her a change of clothes and we cleaned her up, made sure she slept it off. We took care of her. But it was so annoying. And I asked our friend, I was like, what happened? And he's like, oh no, I just met her. I'm like, you just met her? What do you mean? It was a Tinder date. You see what I mean? So those things are very inappropriate in my eyes, okay? Especially at somebody's home. So, like I've told you many times, my husband and I have a rule, no plus ones. Absolutely no plus ones. Now, if it's your significant other, check, yes. If it's someone you just met, X, no, okay? Another rule that I have, we have 2 dogs, and, our dogs, they love everybody. Everyone loves them. But I think sometimes people can get a little bit too irresponsible and give them a lot of food, right? Like human food. So we always make sure to tell everyone, please don't give the dog. I mean, listen, I know we sound really annoying, but the older I get, the more structure I want. You know what I mean? I don't want the messes, okay? No sleepovers. Unless, you pass out, if it's like a really big party, house party, and if you pass out, well, I'm not going to put you in an Uber, girl, right? But yeah, no sleep. We don't like the sleepovers. I like to wake up and nobody's there. You know what I mean? But obviously, you know, we don't tell them that if they passed out, if they want to, one huge rule that I have, if it's a party, I always tell everyone that they must Uber, because nobody will leave my house if they've been drinking and then they're going to go driving. So you see why my husband and I were like the parents of the group, because we are always making sure everyone is good. We're always making sure that everyone feels welcomed, but we're also making sure everyone is safe. So I think that's very important. The last rule that I have for like dinner or any type of hosting and stuff is, I think it's so important to understand, right, that you are in someone's home, okay? I don't want you going into my room. Our room, you know, our bedroom is off limits, okay? I remember one time, a friend who brought a +1. You know, this is my issue with +1s. We couldn't find them, and then we came into our bedroom, and they were literally laying on our bed, not doing anything, just laying there. I had to leave the room because my friend knows better. My husband had to, you know, I was so annoyed. Also because like, you know, I have such personal things, like things of my brother, or just very valuable sentimental values, you know what I mean? And like, I don't want people touching, I don't want people breaking, you know what I mean? So I don't know, I think I'm sounding so annoying and strict, but girl, trust me, we know how to get it down, we know how to have fun. But yes, I understand it's coming off a little too much, but it's your home. You have to take care of it, and you have to make sure that people respect you, because if you don't respect yourself, nobody's going to respect you. So, anywho, and you know what, girl? I think it's okay to have boundaries, especially in your home, okay? Period. Anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you all. I am so grateful and thankful for you, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you on the next one. Mwah. Bye.